Wajay, Kwe, Ani, Sego. Please tell me hello in your traditional language. The most beautiful sounds. Welcome to our second Remember Me ceremony on the beautiful unceded and unsurrendered territory of the Algonquin and Anishinaabe, who are the incredible land stewards and water protectors of this area that we get to call home. And on that note, I am going to welcome up our Algonquin elder, our beautiful matriarch, to lead us in ceremony today. Please give her a hand.
Well, I'm not exactly the tallest person in the world, and I don't know how to fix this microphone to, can somebody come here and put this microphone down for me, please? No, let them, they'll come and do it. Wow. Wow. I'm looking around from one corner to the other, but I'm doing a complete circle with my eyes, and I see so many people here, so many beautiful people. And this is such a joy, and it brings so much kindness. It's so uplifting to see how many people have come out to honor, to remember, to reflect, to respect. And I raise these grandfathers in honor all of the survivors. And I want to say to each and every one of you survivors, you're beautiful. Thank you for surviving. Thank you for your resilience. We honor you each and every day. And to all Canadians who've come out here, thank you for being here. It is so important. Behind me, look at those beautiful little children behind me. They're from the same community as I am from, Kitagan, ZB, and Anishinaabe. My granddaughter is here somewhere. She's probably making her way through the crowd because she has to be the princess. Princess Emmy. It's always a blessing when you stand before your ancestors. And it's always a gift when you have the children that are uplifting you. And again, look at how beautiful they are. All the children that are here, they're so beautiful. All the children. Creator blessed us with so many beautiful gifts. But one of the most beautiful gifts that He's blessed us with are our children. And I ask every person who's here, not only honor the children on September 30th, but honor our children every day, every day, every day. On behalf of the Algonquin Nation, our ancestors who have come before us, our ancestors who continued to be here with us, our nation who is present here today, our future generation that are here, and all our people, the Algonquin Nation. Miigwech kabija yego ma. Pijajiko ma nishna beeki o mama weneniwag. We welcome every one of you to this beautiful, unsurrendered, unceded homeland of the Algonquin people. Welcome. Welcome, brothers and sisters. Our responsibility when we stand upon our land, we acknowledge the first ancestors, those ancestors that have come before us, those ancestors that prayed for us, those ancestors that guide us, those ancestors that continue to uplift us and hold us. We acknowledge our first ancestors, the ancestors of the Algonquin people, whom we refer to as Nijenwen Daganago Mama Weniniwag, and we say Chimigwaj, and we thank them for their love. Then our next responsibility is to acknowledge the visitors who are in our homeland, and we welcome you. Those visitors, no matter what First Nation they come from or Indigenous nation, we welcome you into our homeland. Then we welcome all other visitors as well. And the next responsibility as we gather together in a circle is we must all come together with that one mind, one heart, one spirit, and that one determination. And that is to give thanks to the one who has put us here. As we say, Chimigwech Gishiminado Kenakego. We thank the Creator for all of His blessings. We thank the Creator. As we give thanks to all the mothers and the fathers and the grandmothers and the grandfathers, the families, the communities, the nations, we thank you for the children. My grandfather, the late William Commanda, and the late Uncle Elmer Corshane always said, no matter what you do, remember the little ones. Do it for the children. Never forget them. And today as we come together, September 30th, it's a day to honor survivors. It's a day to remember. It's a day to reflect. But before we reflect, it's a day for you Canadians to listen, to learn, to understand, to have it in your heart and in your spirit to feel the beauty of Indigenous people, the strength and the resilience of survivors, but to learn history. Without history, you would not know where you're going tomorrow. So take that truth, reflect on it, and know that reconciliation is not only about September 30th, Reconciliation is about learning about those impacts of colonization and the legacy and the traumas of residential schools, day schools, child welfare system, murdered and missing Indigenous women, the loss of land and natural resources. But it's also a time to learn that Indigenous peoples, first peoples of this land, First Nations people, first voices of our languages, the first cultures, the first expressions of our identity have been here since time immemorial. And we will continue to be here. Continue. And we have shared it with you. We have shared it with you. And we will continue to share. So reflect on the truths. Learn from the past. Walk together in peace, understanding, and healing. Walk together in this journey called reconciliation. And I want to see, and the challenge I give each and every one of you, that every day is September 30th. Every day. It is a day of love. It's a day of peace. It's a day of being kind to others and being kind to yourself. We acknowledge those beautiful gifts that the Creator's blessed us with, all peoples. As we acknowledge that grandfather's son, Mishomiskizis, and as we acknowledge that first grandmother, Kokomistipikizis, as we acknowledge that one mother for all, our mother the earth, and we borrow the earth from our children. We borrow the earth from our children. And you see how important that children are. Because today, as far as I'm concerned, is a day to remember and to honor all those children, our relatives, who did not make it home, that continue to lie in those unmarked graves. But it's also a day that we show them love. And let us pray together, brothers and sisters. Let us pray together. We have one heart, one mind, one spirit at this moment. And let this moment continue every day because we owe it to the children. We owe it to the children. I acknowledge the elders who are here and those survivors. And I see my lovely, beautiful friend, Elder Jimmy DeRoche. I see my good friend, Senator Murray Sinclair. I see many good friends here, many elders, community members. And isn't this beautiful that we're together? A prayer is a song of our heart. And a prayer is always beautiful. And at this moment, each and every one of you, you are a prayer. Let us lift our hearts together. Let us lift our voice together. And again, let us give thanks. And my prayer for each and every one of you, and I ask Creator, Gishimenadoni buksenda monje kakina, mashkawiziwin, menopomadzuin, zagieduin. Emmy, come in the front. Emmy. I told you she was going to make a grand entry. I told you she was a little princess. This is my granddaughter. Our children are our strength and our blessing. And my prayer for all who are here, that the Creator blesses you with that good life, strength, and His continued love. As we are blessed with love, let us love one another today and tomorrow, because the only way that healing and peace is going to come through love. Let's walk together, my brothers and sisters. You take good care of yourselves, And again, I want to thank each and every one of you. I'm standing here, and what I see is so many people, and it makes my heart so happy that there are so many that are walking with us, so many that are listening, so many that believe, and so many are open to learning the truths. For without truth, there would be no healing and no journey. So you are all those vessels of truth and all those vessels of love. I love you all. I love you all. Take good care. And remember, honor. Remember, reflect, respect. And Creator is so happy with each and every one of us. Chi, miigwech. Thank you, my friends. Miigwech. Miigwech. Now I'm going to call on our Jenny, who's going to explain what will happen from this point on. Again, you've blessed my heart. I feel so much emotion. You've lifted my spirit. And let me tell you, if anyone is shedding a tear right now, it's good. Tears are beautiful because they show love. Love to all our survivors, those that made it home and those that did not make it home and those that have left us. Thank you. Miigwech. Okay, she's going to come up and talk to us, okay? She's going to come up and talk, and she's going to welcome you, okay? Oh.
Miigwech, Elder Claudette, Commanda, your words are always so powerful and the perfect way to start off such a sacred day. Today's the second National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. Miigwech. And our second year hosting this Remember Me ceremony. But for many moons before it was called National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, this has been our Orange Shirt Day. Our day of mourning, and where we come together in prayer, saying every child matters. And I have the honor, we have the honor, the Indigenous Art Collective of Canada holds space for this. And thank you. And we are a not-for-profit. We are 3 volunteers who are so incredibly grateful to be able to do this, and we couldn't do this without the help of all of you, volunteers, those of you providing donations and support and countless fundraising. And it's been quite a journey, and we are always tired by the time this day comes, but just exhilarated by your love and compassion and support. And starting this day off with the eagle feathers was always the perfect way to start this day off and allow us to honor you, residential school survivors. We come together to remember the thousands of children who never came home. And as a mother of 2 and 1 on the way, I think I truly now understand just how precious our children are, how they are just my teachers. They have the greatest teachings on unconditional love and kindness. They understand fairness and kindness. Lustin, you want to come up here, honey? I think if we empower them, then they will show us the way to bring this country together in the healing that's needed. They have the best understanding on what is just and what is right. And I feel such confidence looking around me at the children with us today and the children that are going to take the stage, that we have great future leaders. So last year was women-led, a rise of the matriarchs and the needed compassion that we believe that this nation needs. I am Jenny Shawanik Sutherland, Miko Asenikanikashkwe, Redstone Snake Woman. I come from Omashkegowik territory, Moose Cree First Nation. Dawn comes from Akwesasne, and Lindsay from Whitefish River First Nation. Thank you. And we are collaborating this year with the National Center for Truth and Reconciliation and Mamui Together. And we'll be leading a spirit walk at 11:30 over to the Flats for a very special event today at 1. And one of the things that I wished we were able to provide last year was a sacred fire ceremony. That is our traditional way, a place of healing. And I'm very grateful that we were able to put one together over at the Flats for later today. And I want to remind you all, and why I wore these beautiful sacred tear earrings by my friend Chanel, who's a talented beater, that this should be an emotional day. That is our way to healing, to release these sacred tears. And we've given survivors gift bags with Kleenex in it. And we ask that you keep those Kleenexes that you use today and offer them to the sacred fire. I think that's a very sacred way to honor the emotion and the needed release of this grief that we've been carrying for so long. And we are just so proud to be able to hold that space for you. We love you. We thank you for your strength and resilience. And to our allies and the non-Indigenous community, thank you for being here to hold space for us on this journey. Thank you for stepping up to this journey for our collective healing. Thank you for wanting to unlearn and to educate yourselves. This is always such a beautiful space when I see everybody come together to do what is in the best interests of our children, the future generations, and the land that we call Mother Earth in need. So it's child-led today. I'm very, very excited and proud. These young ones behind me are ready to go. So please welcome the children from Kitigan-Zibi First Nation. Miigwech.
Yeah, we need help lowering the mic.
Kweka kena, kokum Sherlin Indigenous cause, Kitigan Zibing in Donjiba. My name is Kokum grandmother. I teach Anishinaabemowin, Algonquin, in my community of Kitigan Zibi, which is only 2 hours north. You're very welcome to come and visit anytime. So these children are learning Anishinaabemowin, our ancestral language. And they are going to sing a song in Anishinaabemowin. As well, I've asked one of them to say the Thanksgiving that we usually say every morning in our school and in every afternoon when they come into my classroom. They say miigwech, miigwech for everything. And usually it's the maybe Mwabakwet, and you can say the English version after, okay? But first of all, I just want to share some more history. My husband, who was here this morning, he went to residential school for 8 years. He left the community when he was about 5, 6 years old. He remembers getting on the train with about 12 others from my community, sent down to Ottawa here, take another train, and they ended up in, he doesn't know where, Spanish Ontario. No food on those trains, 2 trains. Luckily, he says, there were some miners that had a good heart, and they went to buy food for the children. But the Indian agent or the priest, whoever was accompanying them, never thought of feeding these children. He spent 3 years in Spanish, 5 years in Kenora. And I want to share what his words, and I just asked him again this morning. The Indian Act sent us there, and it still exists today, taking kids away from our communities through those provincial laws. They sent us there, really, to get our resources. They wanted to do away with us, and they wanted to make us servants for their needs. It hasn't been a fair compensation for the survivors. What the government and the churches did there is genocide. They tried to do away with us, brainwash us. They abused us, starved us, and even kill some of us. Those are his words. Alvin Tolley, my husband. I speak to my students about the stories of our residential school survivors. We have about 12, 15, 20 still in our community that are still with us. I speak to these students about that. And I tell them, you have rights now. No one has the right to abuse you. You have rights to food, love, security, and a good education, our own language and culture, as well as Western education. Take advantage of it. Education is the key to open doors. So I'm very, very privileged to work with these young people and to pass on what I know, my language. So the song that we are going to sing, that they are going to sing, is called Mishomis, grandfather, Anoki, hunting, Nigamon song. So that is the song that they will sing. Is an old hunting song. Because we, the Algonquin people, the Algonquin Nation, are hunting people. We survived in the past on the moose, the beaver, the muskrat. All good medicine food. Those animals, they eat medicines. So when we eat those animals, we are eating medicine. So this is why we need to respect those animals and use every part of the animal. Do not waste. So we teach our young ones to respect all life, to put nasema, tobacco, down, even when we take anything from the earth, whether it's the plants, the trees, the animals, you always put tobacco down. And I've asked Wabakweden here to, and Evan, and Evan, and Emmy. Emmy. Yeah.
Kwekakana, this is the KZ School Prayer. We listen to it every morning. Miigwech.
Miigwech wiada, kijimanado, kakana kego, kagishindung. Miigwech kijimanado, onje aki. Miigwech onje kakana kego, nitalgin, mijashkin, wea kajik, kayamitagok. Kakana mashkiki, my mediums. Miigwech onje kakana awesi zug, kabimo dejik, kanyo ka dejik, kabamisojik, kaye kabamadagejik. Mashkiki ojik, kaye majamejik. Miigwech onje nabi, kakana, kaye kakana, ka aton wanishishin. Miigwech onje nisewin, karmijian, kijimino, mimadazian. Miigwech onje ishkode, karmijian, kijimino, mimadazian. Miigwechonje io kijik, kaye kakana ete kijigon. Kizis to be kizis, kaye anangoshug. Miigwechonje nimishomasug, nigokomasug, kakana nido demug. Vido ka ushen, kijin kayon. Vido ka eakuzajik, shuenim nevojik, kedamakazajic, kaye wawishnajik. Miigwechonje nimimarazuin, mie kichimigwech. Now we will be saying the English one. Let's thank the Creator for all its creation. Thank you, Creator, for the earth. Thank you for all that grows grass, bushes, and trees, all the medicine and food. Thank you for all the animals, the ones that crawl, the four-legged, the ones that fly, and the ones that swim, the ones that are medicinal and edible. Thank you for the water and everything that is useful. Thank you for the air which you gave so I can live a good life. Thank you for the fire that you gave so I can use it wisely. Thank you for the sky and everything that isn't in the sun, in the sun, moon and stars. Thank you for my grandfathers, my grandmothers, and all my family. Help me live my life in serenity. Help the sickness, bless the dying, the poor, and the ones that suffer from hunger. Thank you for my life. Mia Kichimigwich. I want to be cookum. I want to be cookum. Like a bee.
Ramon, the grandfather hunting song. This is an old hunting song that we had taped from an old grandfather, old Mishomis, back in the early 70s. So now we are teaching this same song to these children now. And it talks about how good of a hunter he is. He hunts good, he sets traps good, and he goes after the one that likes to slap his tail, the flat tail.
Just steal this mic for a second. Thank you, Gittigan ZB. So up next, we're going to welcome up the Akwesasne Freedom School to provide the Haudenosaunee address.
I can't. Segozo Guego, hello everyone. Again. Segozo Guego, hello everyone. Sego Dadas, hello to my elders. Kajustako Gohayungyats Askayamang Natawagosiliago Tanawaks Kalewage. My name is Gajustako Gohe, I'm 11 years old and I'm Bear Clan. Today, me and my friends are going to be doing the Ohanagalai, which is the opening words. And in the opening words, we give thanks to everything that Creator has provided for us. We start off with people and hope to have peace the whole time we're here on Earth. And then we give thanks to Earth for letting us live here, and then the waters for cleaning the Earth. And then we give thanks to the fish for providing food for us. And then we give thanks for the plants, the trees, the birds, the animals. And then we go higher and give thanks to everything in the sky, like the thunders, the sun, the moon, the stars, and the four winds. And then we give thanks to the four beings for watching over us, and then Creator, who has created everything on this earth and provided everything that we need. So now I'm going to do the Hangaidakwa. Unga sa adana ay sungai dizo galo yage loe kanto hanjage loe lone unga sa Agregoska did hartney ne I'm going to go that day tin haladas ne unga sa tinidak ne I'm going to go to.
Agregoska and did a wahut no ni now going to go that day tin haladas ne kidney star hundred. Agregos tinidak now going to go. Oh, I got so. Greg was the door and I go. Then a day in a lot of stuff. I got so. Just say I go. You don't know where to go. The quick ask I did a wow and you may want to go out and get to a lot of snare. Good job, so. Turn the hook, they going to go out.
So then yonder? Yeah? Okay.
Dahisua, Sedasta, Nenuni, Nedatido, Nenayados, Dahisua, Tanjaneto. On this one, then I know I'm going to go to Joggers and going to win it on this one. Tinitak na going to go.
Dana ay sungai dizo ganto hanjage sungai toy ne onunko so Goigoska did hartney ne I'm going to go that day tin haladas ne onunko so Akadini doc ne I'm going to go to.
Gwagwaskan did a walk with Nuni now going to go down dating or la doesn't a guy in Tussle to Duck now going to go. Gundelia Gwagwaska did a walk with Nuni. Gwagwaska did a walk with Nuni and got Nicola than a dating or la doesn't a Gundela G. Saga. Duck and got Nicola. Okay, let's do Gwagwaska did a walk with Nuni and got Nicola than a dating or la doesn't a. Okay, let's do it. Turn down the money go.
Gwagwaska Dewa Nuni Nekwan Igula Detin Lados Ajita Ango Tonda Kanigo. Giltesta Neras Derasta Net Nuni Nedatido Yara Yadistatan Dua Yadivas Derasta Net Nuni and then Nedatido. Kayali ni Galaga, Tenana was invited to go Yaki and Yelena Kayali Nicola, Tinidak Nicola.
Darn it, I am going to Dizzle, Golahaka, Loella, Ne Sungwaja, Gilkanaka Galaqua. Gwagwaskan did her nuni now going to go down dating holados, Ne Sungwaja Gilkan. The Chida no holados, Ne Sungwaja Gilkanaka Galaqua, Academia Doc now going to go to.
Gwagwaskan did a walk with Nuni now going to go down dating or la doesn't a Yuki Satan something like a Galak with a Duck now going to go. Just a question. Gwagwaska did a walk with Nuni and got to go there dating or la doesn't a just a question. Duck and got to go. Kailin and quite a guy, Gwagwaska did a walk with Nuni and got to go and dating or la doesn't Kailin and quite a guy. Joined the Huck and got to go.
Sungwaya Diesel Gwagwaska Dewa Nuni Negwanigo Tachinden Lado Sungwaya Diesel Tonda Kanigo. Ona Gunda Yara Yanda Nedati Dua.
Ona Galihona the G. Dahanasakanyo Hadalanoda, Ne Janatawizanaha. Now the Hanasakanyo is gonna sing Janatawizanaha, Women's Dance.
Anyaga Jawata Hidana Yo Yohoya Ganigo Leo Gainavia Yo Anyaga Jawata Hidana Yohoya Ganigo Leo Gainavia
se? Iste niyo ko? Iste niyo ko? Ano ka na, Joy? Ako? Acho que você?
Oh my gosh, that was cute. So we are honored to have back. It's okay. They're going to be, yeah. Oh, actually, no. It's ladies coming. They're going to need it up. We're honored to have back two beautiful and incredibly powerful matriarchs to speak to the Empty Cradle Board mandate. Please welcome Joelle Beauvais and condoled Bear Clan mother Louise McDonald Hearn from Akwesasne.
Where? Gwe. Good one. Okay. Whew, look at the sea of orange. It's pretty awesome to see. So Gwe, segos wa gwego, what gats to yung gets what skalewa get and what gats nuni jinue nua one he's a lade, you go jot the lola negi jidewe hala ne jinue yetio guala na the wiesta tana is or the galewa de tana negi ne nua what you got his alios de tana yang ski skana I do want the news to get tana got ni guhlia yeah the what's the tana gas that snow sly guado se tana is on in a gonna look quatsala. Greetings, everyone, today. I'm really honored to be part of this special day, and I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the three sisters who have managed to again pull it off, a second day of remembering those children that got taken and never made it home, and for every parent and family that got left behind to grieve the loss. And it's a painful day to remember, but we can take our pain and turn it into power for the future, because I was thinking, what will this look like in 10 years from now, you know? I don't think we can ever fully recover from this kind of atrocity and the Indigenous genocide that was implemented by government legislated policy, carried out by the church and by the police, the RCMP. So that's the truth. So when you talk about truth and reconciliation, sometimes the truth is really hard and painful to look at. And yesterday we sat with Mark Miller, the Indigenous Service Minister, retracing our history, reminding him of where we're at, and you know, trying to bring fertility to the future of those generations that still suffer the residual effects of what has happened in this country. And you know, often I'm a broken record saying this country in its own infancy couldn't even name itself, so it took our Mohawk word and called itself Canada. Canada is a Mohawk word meaning town or village, Ganada. And our people have never been defeated in a fair fight, in hand-to-hand combat. And it was our people that helped geographically shape the United States and Canada. So we had to cross the border to get here, this imaginary line that was imposed upon us, and an education system that was imposed upon us. And so it's difficult for us to wake up every day to live this legacy of a country that imposed itself. However, you know, we're here to stay. We're brown, we're going to stick around, but so are you. So I never really know what to say in these moments. All the ladies before me said many beautiful, wonderful things, and you know, they talked about learning. But sometimes we have to unlearn behaviors too, especially the toxic ones, the ones that bring harm to our children. And you know, I stand here with my my mentee, Janelle Beauvais, and you know, she's a emblem of every worst statistic for an Indigenous woman that you could possibly imagine, except for being missing and murdered. And you know, she steps up every day to the plate, and you know, sometimes when a woman steps up to the mic, she's criticized. And to all the women in the audience, you know, take your voice back. Yay! Take your voice back. You know, I became a condoled Bear Clan mother over 15 years ago, and I've done the best that I can, and sometimes the position isn't easy because you really have to take a hard look at where your people are at, and we suffer many social ills, continue today, and we're always trying to pick up our people to heal them, to bring them to sobriety, and to give them hope for a better life. And, you know, by coming to these events and feeling the empathy from our allies and our, just inside our humanity, you know, we all have to ask ourselves, you know, in our rightful consciousness, what can we do to better each other? What can we do to be better role models for our children? And, you know, watching the Akwesasne Freedom School, I spent 19 years there raising my own 5 children within that school, inside the immersion of our language, and always upholding Yugawana and the history of the land. And the land is a lady, so there's no argument that the earth is our mother. And we have to return the mothers to the podium. We have to return them to places of decision making. We have to return them to intelligent places of thinking, because we do have the answer And we can think ourselves out of this, because the world is in a lot of doo-doo right now because we're on the verge of nuclear warfare over in the old land. So, you know, we really got to awaken to what's happening in the world right now. And I think peace can be found through an Indigenous-led movement. And peace can be negated and negotiated on the terms of indigeneity, upon the intelligence of Indigenous people, because we understood war, but we also found peace, and that still exists today, and it's possible if we believe it and in your hearts. And you know, I got to take a look at this country of Canada, who's yet but a adolescent to us Indigenous people who've been here for a really long time. You're growing, but you're also maturing. And I never thought I would live to see this day, that we would become better for each other. And I'm glad that Canada is the kind of country that acknowledges its evolution, but also its truth. And when I sat with Minister Miller yesterday, you know, you really got a nice representative there, because he has empathy. And he also isn't a liar. He admits that this country has made mistakes and that it has done injustices throughout its legislative terms, and it admits that it's a lazy government. So if you're ready for a new government, come see Mama Bear. But with that, you know, everything's on a time, and I could talk forever, but I'm really grateful for the Akwesasne Freedom School, because Elder Sagogwenyugwas, Tommy Porter, our Bear Clan leader, once said, there'll be a time in history, in the future, when the eyes of the world will be upon our children, and they'll have something important to say, because we do all that we do, not for today, but for what's coming in the future. So for Don, Yasulanuna, Bear Clan woman, love you, Gonalunkwa. I wrap my medicine all around you, because without you, my dear, and your commitment and your love and your passion, you know, this wouldn't be. And, you know, you had to suffer something in order to become great. And you're a great lady, Istosalanuna, because you tend to the feathers. So, Nyonko, Gonalunkwa, Nyawa.
Nyawa, Mama Bear. I have 4 minutes to teach you about a lot, so bear with me. We have a very important moment of silence that's coming. But if I could share anything with you a little bit about children, is I would actually stand here, and I'm saying this publicly, partly to protect myself, because it is very dangerous to advocate for the knowledge that Indigenous people carry, because your institution doesn't want you to know these things. It doesn't want you to know the kind of love that we carry. It doesn't want you to know the relationship that we have with the land. It wants you to produce. It wants you to work. It wants you to be separated from your children so somebody else is cultivating their minds. I'm here, standing here, telling you to challenge your education system, because you are also being institutionalized as we speak. We're forced to still today. Don't think that this isn't happening today, because everybody here is forced to put their children in an education system that continues to breed violence and injustice and racism and every other ill will we could possibly see amongst each other as human beings. I'm challenging you to challenge your thinking, because they're not going to do that for you. They're teaching you how to think. They're teaching you how to show up. And I just want you to know, if you can, yes, if we can change our thinking, we can change the lives of everybody's children that is here, of everybody's families. This is about family. They came after our families because they all know that the greatest thing you could have in the world is family. And they individualize us, they separate us, they put us in prison, they fill us up with all these chemicals, we don't remember, we don't have a living memory. You have a living memory, Canada, of people with a blueprint to democracy that was healthy, that was insinuated, that was centered in your family, in your women, in your children. And they're there beating us up, restricting us. We're in an abusive relationship with the Canadian government. And we're trying to get out of it. And so I just want you to know I'm challenging your institution, and the institution doesn't like to be challenged, so they will target me. They will target Louise. They will target anybody that's up against it. We know this. I know this. It is in my blood. It is in my DNA. It is in the epigenetics. You have a living memory here, people barely still being alive, to remind you to remember to be one with the earth because she's dying. And we're here trying to tell you, remember, the water is dying, the soil is dying, and we're all here acting like, like our existence isn't a threat. So we've always been here to advocate for our Mother Earth, who continues. You cannot buy your mother. You might buy land. Don't buy your mother. Take care of her. Acknowledge her. Give thanks to her. Offer your medicines, because we wouldn't know that to be if we weren't still here talking to these things. Toknigo. Oh wait, Milani, we're gonna take a selfie up here. Come here, Milani. Me and my daughter are gonna take a selfie. I don't have everybody's consent here. I don't know, but I'm gonna take a picture of everybody right now. Come here, Milani. Come here, Mama Bear. Come here, Don. Don, get over here real quick. Oh, sorry, I know we're having a moment. Okay, here, smile. Everybody wave.
A moment of silence.
Yeah.
Jenny, moment of silence, baby.
So when we initially thought of this ceremony, we wanted it to be equivalent to Remembrance Day and the honoring of veterans, that we're here to remember and honor all of these children that we lost to this war against Indigenous people in the land. And so we wanted to do our version of a moment of silence, but we're decolonializing it, and we're using our drums and the sacred heartbeat that we share with each other and with our beautiful Mother Earth. And next, we please ask Michaela Francis. Also from Akwesasne.
Sego, Kalahenu Hayongat, Sugatohioni, Danakwasasne, Tequila. At this time, I'd like to share my gift with you all. Let's put our minds together as one and remember all the ones who passed on to the sky world. Their life duties are complete. They are living peacefully in the sky world. In the sky world, wehana yo
ho, hey, ya, hey. Ayo, ayo, hey, ya. Hanayo, oh, hey, ayo, oh, hey, ya. Hanayo, oh, hey, ya, hey. Let's put our minds together as one and remember all the ones who passed on to the sky world. Their life duties are complete. They are living peacefully in the sky world. In the sky world. Ayo, hey, ya. Well, hanayo, hey, oh, hayo, hayo, hey, ya. Hanayo, hey, ya, hey. Hayo, hayo, hey, ya. Hanayo, oh, hey, hayo, hey, ya. Hanayo, ea, hey. Yeah.
Thank you, Michaela. I believe our next presenter needs no introduction, as we have all come to know and love her for her global activism as water protector. Please welcome Chief Water Commissioner for the Anishinaabeg Nation, Autumn Pelletier from Wikwemicon.
Bojo, Masquagija kwe Indigenous, Megeza Dodem, Wikwam Kungdonjaba, Nemiswendan Wibadewayan, Nakanagana. My name is Autumn Pelche. I'm 18 years old. I'm the Chief Water Commissioner for Anishinaabeg Nation, and I'm also an Indigenous rights and water activist. Miigwech for inviting me here today to share my words and to be a part of this healing that we're doing today. I would also like to acknowledge the land that we are on of the Algonquin Nation. As we honor and recognize all of our people affected from the residential school system, I'm honored to continue to carry the awareness of the importance of this work, passed to me from my great Auntie Josephine Ba. As I lead advocacy and activism for all Indigenous peoples and a voice for young Indigenous children behind me, it's important for us to continue to create opportunities for those children coming behind us. The impact of the residential school system will forever be in our memory. The impact of Indigenous oppression will forever be in our memory. The impact of systemic racism of our people will also forever be in our memory. Today is not a holiday. Today we recognize our strength, our perseverance, and our voices, and our leadership in today's society and tomorrow. I would like to acknowledge all the waters I come from, the reason I'm here today doing this work. For many years, I've been considered to be the water protector or the water warrior. All starting at 8 years old, seeing posted notes in a washroom saying boil water advisory, do not use the water. I couldn't believe even at a young age that children knew that to be normal. I thought to myself, it can't be normal, it shouldn't be normal. But also through my work, the conversations and stigma that surround Indigenous people just can't continue. The inequalities in conversation around Indigenous lives and culture has for far too long been set in negative lights. As I continue my work, as I speak with leading individuals from all around the world, I realize the importance of not only reconciliation, but also the significance of collaboration and hope. We are now being exposed to even more realities of missing and murdered Indigenous women, residential school survivors, and voices. Just 2 weeks ago, a young Inuk girl from my college right here in Ottawa was murdered. She was murdered for no reason. I fear every time I walk anywhere, as I just turned 18, turning into a young woman. The feeling is so unnerving. We are at a critical time right now. The message surrounding missing and murdered Indigenous women are too often not national news. Systemic racism is left to be talked about on Facebook. This cannot continue as we continue to try and step forward and truly work towards real reconciliation. Now is the time these circumstances are recognized on national platforms. There are days I feel like giving up because I feel like my efforts are overlooked or not heard. I meet global activists supported by so many, yet here I am, a broken record, an Indigenous broken record. I never planned to spend my life doing this, but I am committed and I want our people to have access to clean water. I would love collaboration, more actions taken towards these inequalities I speak about. When I was 12, I came face to face with Prime Minister Trudeau and was told not to say anything. I spoke up and asked him for his support for our people. The highest figure in our country made me a promise to protect the water and people, and 5 years later, I am still waiting. We shall continue to be strong and step forward together. Healing is possible and there is hope. Mino ode bwewin minwa naska daring gishgat migwech.
Miigwech Autumn. And so our final children's group, coming from Pequawknagon First Nation, please welcome this beautiful community.
Can we have a mic down for the little girl? Sure. Autumn, you're going to stand behind her. Come over on this side, Bosky. Over on this side, Nevaeh.
Can you put a mic down for that? Just one down low?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Autumn, come up here, honey. The rest are going to sing in the back. Can that pick them up? Yeah? Okay.
Kwe, Neshkase Monkwe and Adishnakas, Mako and Adodem, Pequawknagon and Donjaba, Amamo and Nini and Ishnabe Kways Nanstan Dow, Mataswe Asage Neonadas Bonagus. Hello, my name is Nishkase Monkwe, a loon singing a beautiful song on the water woman. My clans are the bear. I'm an Anishinaabe girl. I'm from Pequawknagon and I'm 14 years old. My English name is Nevaeh Sarzan and I am from Pequawknagon, and along with everyone else. And we are going to sing a song for the children that went to residential school. Miigwech.
Stand over here because Autumn's the only one in the microphone, okay?
No, Amber.
Ready? Okay.
Let's sing for the children.
Shine.
miigwech.
My heart is officially mush. Oh my goodness gracious. For our last youth, we call on Callie Baldwin from Tydenaga Mohawk Territory. She's going to talk about this incredible sign that we've put up for today. We're still here, I believe, is what it's called. Come on up, Kelly. Such powerful words.
Hi, I'm Callie, and this is my orange shirt. I made it because so I could teach other people about the residential schools and the little girl on the shirt is like the seed to grow the peace tree, and which is the tree over top of her. And the trees grow tall, so then you can still know they're still there. And but every child matters to me means wherever you come or whatever you look like, you still matter.
Good job, baby.
Okay, I'll just tell them. Hi, I'm Callie's mom. I just wanted to let you know Callie's shirt, we're raising the money, and last year we put her money from the shirts into putting books from our Tydenaga territory and our author from there. We bought her books and put them into our Catholic school board system to teach them about our residential school system. Because they're never going to forget, and when it comes to me and my kids, they are never going to be put through what everybody else would put through in the Catholic school board system, so I'm going to try and change that for all of them. This year, her money is going to the same thing, putting more books in more schools, but also our Mohawk language school on the Tydenaga Mohawk territory.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming out, and have a good day.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Alicia Marie Lejour. I am Afro-Cree Indigenous from Treaty 4, Saskatchewan. I am a survivor of apprehension in the child welfare care system. My grandparents are residential school survivors, and my mother is a survivor of day school. And I'm really honored to be here with you all today. I have this vest on because I am also coordinating the safety of this event with my amazing team of marshals and blockers. If you need assistance today on our walk, please look for one of us, and we'll do our best to help you and make sure that you stay safe. Right now, we're going to ask folks in the center here to part ways. And we're going to make way for the survivors. Survivors, if you would, we have some city buses waiting in this direction for you folks to take you and lead you in the walk if you choose to take the buses. You're also welcome to walk with us if you are able. What else do we need to tell them?
It's It's about 2 kilometers from here to LeBreton Flats for the NCTR event at 1. So they've gotten buses, as Alicia Marie mentioned, over here to the left, survivors, to just make it a safe and comfortable journey for you. And then for everybody else participating in the Spirit Walk, there is volunteers with signs at each exit, and I ask that after the survivors start making their way through, that you start going through those exits to participate in this walk as well. And I'm going to start drumming the traveling song, which is a song that we drum and sing for each other to wish each other a good journey, which we're wishing the survivors on today as they make this very important walk.
Can I please have Megan go to the back by the flame and put your hand up, and we'll start guiding survivors towards you as we guide them to the buses.
And we also drum this song for the spirits that are no longer with us, the ones that we want to help on their journey from the physical realm into the spiritual realm. And this is a really important song for us to sing and drum today, because there are so many children still missing, still needing to be recovered from those graveyards that we want to bring home.
Should we mention that folks with disabilities, do we have vans or the buses for people who don't have ability to walk?
I don't know.
Okay.
And so survivors, if you're walking, please head to those buses. For everyone else, you can start heading into the street as we drum and sing. And for anyone that knows the song and wants to drum and sing with me, please do. We're always stronger together.
This walk will be led by survivors and elders. Also, non-Indigenous folks, please allow Indigenous folks to take their space today, and we ask that you follow in behind if you're not accompanying family members. And we'll go ahead and start making our way to the back as soon as our survivors have had the space to exit.
Yeah.
Miigwech, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for making this day happen. The survivors, we love you. Family members of survivors, grandchildren of survivors, every Indigenous person here is an intergenerational residential school survivor. Our hearts are with you. Please join the walk. I'm very excited about what's going on at 1 o'clock at the Le Breton Flats. And I'll hopefully see you all at the Sacred Fire ceremony there.
Yay, Jenny! Now you can sleep until you get back.
Yahweh, 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 Yahweh.